episode 21, Trev's Hockey Show, here on Trev TV. All this is a sock puppet, a sock monkey, in a Capitals mini jersey. And it's kind of ironic that I'm wearing a very painful jersey right now. I think I'm actually having an allergic reaction to it, but I guess we'll see once I'm done the video how bad I rash up. Here's why I like the hockey news as much as I do. And it's not because they're shoddy writing. It's not because they're know-it-all statures. It's because they actually give me really good topics from time to time. This is their latest issue, the Superstar issue. And I'm not going to go over every superstar they care to point out, even though it's really only 3. I'm pointing out this Mount Puckmore, as they're calling it, which, if you've never heard the adage, it's the Mount Rushmore, the greatest of all time, the GOATs, all that stuff. I'm going to go over their idea of their Mount Rushmore, plus the options that they give. So, let's get started. Before we get right into anything, they have this little article here. Is another Gretzky possible? That in itself is a conundrum. Is another Gretzky possible in this era of hockey? Really hard to say. Because you got to think a guy like Gretzky was generational. And he played in a generation where he was given the freedom to move and play make and do everything he could then. Would it work in today's NHL? Hard to say. But it could be possible. It could be very possible. Whether or not that next Gretzky will go after any of Gretzky's records and actually break them, that's another story to be decided. But NHL's Mount Rushmore. And they give you 3 right off the hop. In my mind, these 3 are locks. That doesn't change. Gretzky, Howe, Orr. And a blank spot for the 4th. My Mount Rushmore is already set for greatest of all time. You could make a Mount Rushmore for the greatest now. And it might relate. It might not. It's hard to say. Everybody's Mount Rushmore is different. But they give you 4 options as to who could be number 4 in Mount Puckmore. First, and this is my lock, Mario. Hence why I'm wearing this, I guess. Because I'm not all for inflicting pain on myself. I'll only wear this if there's a purpose. Even though it is old, it is showing its age, it does need to be replaced. I'll definitely rep it for the sake of Mario. And you can make the argument for Mario being the 4th. If he'd played every season healthy, if he'd never retired in the dead puck era, he could have had numbers similar to or greater than Gretzky. He could have been the next 2,000 point guy. Really hard to say. Really hard to say. But you look at all of his accomplishments in his career that he had, then the statement could be made, yeah, Mario could be number 4. Your second option is Maurice Richard. Whether or not that's to equate the Francophone issue, or whether or not it's because Richard was actually good, hard to say. And again, this is the generational thing. Richard played in a generation where there was only 6 teams. So anybody could have really been great, provided you didn't get hurt and lose your spot. But I mean, the first guy to score 50 goals in 50 games, as many cups as he won, all that stuff. The argument can be made for Richard. I mean, I never got to see Richard play. And that could be why my argument toward Richard is swayed, is because I never really got to see him play. I've seen him in highlights. I've seen him on YouTube. I've seen him on NHL Network. Would that be enough to put him in number 4 spot? I don't know. I don't think so, myself. I mean, yeah, he was a good goal scorer. He was a good playmaker when he needed to be. But he didn't get the 1,000 points. He was... If he hadn't lost the rest of that season where he got suspended for the rest of the season and the playoffs, he might have had a bigger point total. Who knows? Sticking again to generations. Cindy. Here's my argument against Cindy, and it's not because I don't like the kid. It's too soon. It's too soon. His career is not even done yet. I mean, sure, 3 cups, couple of hearts, couple of Art Rosses, the goal, in Vancouver. Those could be very valid points to a lot of people. I'm not one of them. So right off the bat, I'm throwing Cindy out of the equation. If it was Ovechkin, maybe. But again, I'd probably hold the same argument, as biased as I am towards Ovechkin. I would still say it's too soon. His career's not done yet. He's got so much more to accomplish. And the naysayers will be the naysayers right off the bat. But would I put Cindy in the argument of the Mount Rushmore? No, I wouldn't. And again, with generational. Howie Morenz. Not counting Joe Malone, this is probably your first real superstar in the NHL. Would he have been the measuring stick? Maybe. But again, myself included, I never got to see Morenz. Way before my time, way before my mom's time, way before my dad's time. I'm sure the only guy on this Mount Rushmore that would remember Morenz is probably Gordie Howe. And, well, we can't really get good stories to tell out of him as to how good Morenz might have been. But it leaves a lot open to debate. And again, I'm sure everybody's Mount Rushmore is different. Mine's set. A lot of people make argument for Cindy. A lot of people make argument for Ovechkin. People might even include Solani in this. But either way, what does your Mount Rushmore look like? And I'm telling you now, my Mount Rushmore is completed with Mario. I watched him play. I was a fan of him when he played. The things he could do with his size. I mean, he was playmaking and scoring and up and down the ice as fast and as often as he could for a guy who was 6'5". His hands. He had the hands. He was 6'4". 6'4". He could do things Gretzky could do and better. And that's why I've always said, if he had actually played healthy seasons, he could have gave Gretzky a good run for the money. And he should have. But, obviously his body didn't agree. And that's a shame. I mean, you never know what could happen. That was episode 21 of Trev's Hockey Show. Very impromptu, and I love it when the Hockey News lets me do impromptu episodes, because I had no notes for this. I just went off the seat of my pants and just went off the pages of the book just to basically make this video. But feel free to interact with me on this one. Who's on your Mount Rushmore? Of the 4 they've included, who would you put? Why? Debate me on this. I'd love to have a debate. But thanks again for tuning in. Your viewership always means so much to me. Always has, always will. Feel free to like this video if you liked it. Subscribe on the way out if you want to. You can find me on Facebook at Trev's TV. You can find me on Instagram at rockstartrev TV. Next episode, if I get another impromptu version or another impromptu reason to do another hockey episode, I will. But again, going back to my last episode, I've got a few different ideas. It's just a matter of timing. I know I was thinking of doing one about the Winter Classic with the jerseys that just came out, so I might review those. But we'll see. We'll see. I got time and I got a camera. So, whatever happens to come to me will come to me. But in the meantime and in between time, be on the lookout for the videos from Trev. Later.